$4 billion GDP to $30 billion GDP. Many people think it is like an acceleration. And I think as an economist, it is doable through strategic economic planning, whereby you look at what is your advantage, you look at what do you have to do. So I think if Enugu could maximize this opportunity, where we have a governor that has passion for agriculture, we can use it to drive our economic growth, but exponentially by investing more in agriculture, especially in the modern time. In the olden time, we have the farm settlements. In modern time, we're talking about agro estates. Agro estate is whereby you have a modernized farm settlement, if you want to call it, with all facility that will encourage people to go to the rural area and live and engage in agricultural production. So if we could do that, it will help our economy, it will help reduce unemployment. And also, then you mentioned about extension agents. Extension agents, our extension services in agriculture, is a game changer in agricultural development. If you look at the history of most of the progressive in Africa, mainly, look at Egypt, look at Kenya, look at Ghana, and some other North Africa. The extension service is very strategic because these are people who must be stationed in various communities, helping the farmers in whatever challenge they may have in the agricultural production. So the reviving this extension service could help this dream of agricultural development of the states. Because right now the number has been depleting for years in NADEP. So I think we are ready to drive this if more hand will be on deck, whereby we have more extension agents in different communities, in different areas of the state, helping the farmers, encouraging the farmer, advising the farmers. Because extension is somebody trained on how to, not only to produce, but to process and even commercialize agricultural production. And we are talking about our aspiration to not only that we have food sufficiency, but we'll be able to feed our industry and also export or take to even both local and international markets. So I think we just require strategic planning, and we can achieve all this dream. And maybe let me just tell you that NADEP is an agricultural development program. Every state in Nigeria has one. It is a national policy. So it is not just like an ordinary agency. It's a national policy that every state will have agricultural development agency plan, whereby they articulate, they also formulate, and also help to implement government policy in agricultural development. And the major instrument we use is the extension agents. That's why it is the extension service of the Ministry of Agriculture, both federal and the states.
Thank you. Chief Romanus, if the issue, in your words, that of the real farmers and the political farmers are addressed, and government pays attention to security, so that if the farm lands are cleared and the farmers go to farm, they will not be afraid to be there morning, afternoon, evening. Are there other challenges you feel that, if properly taken care of, could help make things better in the agricultural sector to the extent that Enugu State will be able to achieve all that we have set out to do?
Once more, I thank you for this. Yes, if all we have mentioned now is being addressed by government, another area they should also is preservation. It's very, very important, because if you have glut and there's no means of preservation, the farmers will lose. And how do you mean? Some states provide silos where they stock something if there's bumper harvest in state to preserve it. And there's modern way of doing it. In 2000 and 2021, somebody was one doctor from World Bank. I came to Enugu, introduced this solar dryer. It's affordable, but it is not something, if you want it in a commercial quantity, then it needs some assistance from government or from any of the agencies. So that a size of this very studio now, you can dry cassava, you can dry yam, you can dry maize. It's not a question of setting the temperature according to what you want. Even vegetable, and you still retain the chlorophyll. And for export. So if you do it in some areas where you have cluster farms, nobody will go and look for a job or look for any service. Everybody wants to be independent. And there will be food security. The ideas are there. So let them, I still appeal once more. If you want to deal with farmers, come through the Ministry of Agriculture, any of them. They will know farmers. But don't pass message or anything that belongs to farmers through the political office, because it will end in messing the whole thing up, and they will say we are political farmers.
Thank you. Honorable Giovanni Madubuaku, you mentioned storage also, you mentioned mechanization. Are there also other things that could be done to help us achieve this dream of food sufficiency?
Thank you very much. Like I said the other time, irrigation. We have the rivers on everywhere in any state, but we are not farming. In the north, our northern counterparts there are doing the agriculture, they are doing the artificial irrigation. But we have our natural irrigation. All we need to do is to bring this awareness to the people. When this awareness is done, people can go back. All our rivers are not even cultivated. You see bushes there. While we're looking for water. We close our farming season in October. Why most of the waters will run out through the season. Go to Eziago. There's no season river. Water everywhere in that place. But there are no irrigation farmers there. So this is why I keep on saying the awareness have to be brought and people have to be trained. There are some roles the government have to play, okay, by helping them to make these irrigations effective, maybe providing pumps and or some other storages that can enable it to work. Then they can go into greenhouse farming. All farming, you can even farm cassava all through the year. Everything can be farmed. So I think if we introduce irrigation into any state, it will be a game changer.
Thank you, Giovanni Madubuaku, for coming. Dr. Onyeisi, I know you'll always be here.
Thank you very much.
Chief Romanus, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
I am Chukwudi Owube saying thanks immensely for being part of Agenda Updates.